Hey, can I call you back a little later?
Hello.
Hello? Can I call you back a little later? Gracias. Sorry, and you're gonna kill me because that was fucking good. I don't know what that was, if it was the carpet. I had like a... Have you ever seen that with this camera?
Is it just like done the shake?
Like,
It
not
probably
a shit,
just
but
got
like it was like focused. It like jumped.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine.
That's good,
It'll make
that's
it look old school. It'll make it
Put a
look
filter
old
over it or
Yeah.
something.
Put a filter, will look like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna get you both now. And then you guys go back to answering.
How y'all doing? My name is Jonathan Brown, and I'm here with Elston Ave, and we're gonna ask them a couple things about what makes them unique in the city of Chicago. What are y'all's favorite bands? And do you have any influences that come in from that? And like, does it bleed into your music? What would you say?
I would say mine is Belmont's Vicissitude. It's not an album, it's their first EP, but that has a lot of impact on my playing and my songwriting. So that's something that's influenced like, me in this band a lot. But yeah, Jayden?
Yeah, I think my favorite band and album has to be Day to Remember's Homesick. Just so influential and really like shaped the guitar player that I am today. So very thankful for that album for sure.
I hear that. You know, it kind of reminds me of listening to the Black Keys when I was like 16.
Yeah.
And I heard that just raw energy and just made me want to play guitar more. And I don't know, like, what was it about the songs?
Yeah, you know, it's just they make you feel a certain way, and it's, you know, something that's like, that's how I want to do, or that's what I want to do when I'm playing my guitar. I want to make those people feel like that, you know?
Yeah. What about you, bro?
I liked, I'm with Jayden on there. Typical, because, guitar player. So that's what stuck out to me the most is the guitar. I don't know, just the way, like the riffs were played with, like, lots of weird tapping and sliding and some weird time signatures. I don't know, it's just really interesting, and it made me want to become a better guitarist and, like, just kind of diversify, like, how I play. So that's what stuck out to me for that.
For real. And you told me earlier, Title Fight. That was one of those bands that I heard, I was like, I want to make something like that.
Yeah, like instantly, dude. Like, I remember the first time I heard Title Fight, I was working in like a warehouse doing packing, and it just came on shuffle on YouTube on our computer back there. And I was like,
the algorithm.
what the fuck is this, man? It was nuts. It was mind blowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've had a huge influence on my playing too. So
I hear that, man. And Panucci's Pizza too, Jank, all that Midwest emo stuff that came out in 2022, like American football.
Yeah.
Everybody started doing like the finger tappies.
Yeah.
Everyone started buying Fenders again. So hell yeah. So we talked a little bit about your influences, personally, and I know your other bandmates aren't here, so I know you can't really speak for them, but can you give me a little bit of an idea of how that all blends together to make the sound of Elston Ave?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I wouldn't say that there's one specific artist or band or like genre of music that kind of influences the way we write. We're a 4-man band. We all listen to different stuff. Like, I like Title Fight, like Midwest emo kind of stuff. Jayden's in like the heavier, like easycore, Day to Remember. Mike likes the 80s, like punk. And Sam, I think his top 2 bands ever would probably be Blink-182 and Limp Bizkit. So it's a really weird mix of stuff. But
We play a little bit of Limp Bizkit in Passengers.
hell yeah,
Right.
dude.
Yeah, a little bit.
If I was told though today.
So what about you, Jay?
Yeah, I think that having that different kind of versatility in the genres that we all enjoy makes for a really, really cool sound, because it all just gets blended together, and it's kind of like a really big melting pot for just all the music that we love, and we can just kind of merge all these different sounds together to get something that's really cool and really, beautiful.
That's awesome, you know. I guess that's just how it is being in a band, figuring everyone out. You know, everyone has to, you know, put their egos aside sometimes and be like, nah, it's about the band, you know, like.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's funny when you hear your records and you hear your songs back, you're like, I used to do this with my friend a lot. We would pick, you know, we'd hear the songs on the radio, our own. He's like, yep, that definitely is, yeah, I definitely hear like the Velvet Underground in that. Or like,
Yeah.
you know, they're definitely ripping off another song. Or like, I know they're using Marshalls, you know, like,
Yeah.
or like it's a single coil. Is it regular? Is it humbucker? You know, it's always fun to do that. Do you guys like get along in the band? And like, how long have you guys known each other?
Yeah. Well, like me and Perry, we've known each other since high school. I would say like after high school a little bit, we kind of drifted apart a little bit, and then he hit me up to be in the band, and I was like, yeah, dude. Yeah. I was like, I want to do that.
I feel that. It's like that all the time, you know?
Yeah, it was really random. Like me and Jayden used to hang out in high school.
Like all the time.
Yeah, like we'd go out together, do whatever the fuck.
What kind of shit y'all get into?
I mean, we just go out and drink, you know, whatever. Go fishing. I think we went
Drink
fishing
water,
a couple times.
drink
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've known Jayden for like 9 years, but this band has been a thing. I think coming up next month will be like 2 years on the dot. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I met our singer. He's another singer, and he plays bass. His name's Mike. I met him at a house party when I was like 19, and he had a cool band called Fine By Me. Go check him out. But yeah, I knew he played guitar. I started playing back then, and I want to be in a band with this guy. This guy's cool. And we jammed a couple times, and eventually he introduced me to our drummer Sam. They went to high school together, and like from that first practice on, I was like, yeah, this is it. Like, we're gonna do something cool here. So yeah, and then Jayden joined us last year, almost exactly. So
Yeah,
he was
almost a year today.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. And it just puts so much into the band, like just in terms of like sound. It's fucking awesome. So
Thanks, man.
Oh, you know, like you guys gotta appreciate each other. You know, you guys, you know, for lack of better words, are family. You know, in a sense,
Yeah,
because
for
like
sure.
you do spend a lot of time together. It is a sacrifice being in a band. It's not always
Yeah.
fun.
No,
But-
you gotta like almost think of it as like a second job. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but all of it's worth it. It's such a good time.
And when you get that album done, I saw that you guys just recorded some songs, or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
yeah. We've been
going hard.
We've been in that studio getting some work done.
How was that first experience being in the studio?
Oh man. So my first time being in the studio, I'd say kind of overwhelming, and like, you know,
I totally feel that.
yeah, just like, oh, I have to do everything so perfect. But like the more and more that you do it, you get in this flow of like this like workflow of, you know, all right, let's get guitars done, let's get drums, let's get bass, vocals. It all gets like very, very streamlined, and you just get better and better at it the more you do it.
So do you handle most of the production, or do you guys just?
No,
hire an
so
engineer?
we're going to a studio out in Fox River Grove. It's called Studio Kai, and we've been going there since what, like October?
like 4 months now,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, and you going in there once a week, recording a song. We're at that mixing stage now where we're almost done mixing everything, and I mean we're right there. We're hoping to get it out by the end of February, but yeah.
Hopefully we'll have like an announcement soon.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Perry?
So yeah, I mean my first time at the studio, we recorded with our buddy. I actually used to work with him. His studio has since went out of business, unfortunately. That was our first experience recording. But just going in there and seeing how much goes into the recording process. Like, I knew it was intense, but I didn't know there was so much,
Yeah.
and it went so deep. And like, there's stuff, like I play guitar, I write songs. I'm not an audio engineer. Like, I don't know. It's a different language, man. So it was a little overwhelming, and I'm thinking, sitting there, like, we have to do this with every one of the songs we have. Like, this is gonna take forever. Like,
It
But-
is a process. Yeah.
yeah, and like, you can't let it get to you. You just gotta take like one bite off at a time. Like, you know, we've been doing once a week, a few hours, get one song done, and just doing it slowly. So yeah, it's been a good experience overall with the recording process and production and everything.
So as long as the songwriting process goes, like, you know, you mentioned that you wrote about a good bit of the songs that you got right now. So can you tell me a little bit more about why, like how personal all that is, and like just run me through your process.
Sure. So, I mean, I started messing with songwriting when I was about 15 or 16. In my like study hall period, I would like listen to music. And kind of funny, like I don't know, I was never into writing, but I listened to Juice WRLD a lot of the time, relatable stuff. I'm like, you know, let me take a stab at this.
That's what I heard a lot about Juice WRLD. You know, everyone was like, he's relatable. I connected with him.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I just kind of connected with that type of music, but I also like the pop punk stuff. So I started writing, kind of doing my own thing, and pretty much the process with the songwriting, I think Jayden can attest to this with his. At least I will like write a riff or something on guitar, and then you know I'll kind of structure it, and then I'll like fill it with lyrics about like you know what's going on with me at the time, what's going on in my head, you know, or it's a story about something. But it's not always. It's really dynamic process too, because it's not always like that. Like sometimes I'll just happen to play something, and I'll already have something I wrote from 2 years ago, you know, and it'll just fit like our new song, you know. So, yeah.
You gotta dust off the archives, you know. Those,
Exactly, dude. I don't get rid of anything.
I hear that, bro. I hear that. What about you, Jayden?
Yeah, you know, up until recently, I mean, I started writing songs, I'd say, maybe like 2-ish years ago. So I'm still a little bit new to it, but yeah, it helps. I think one of the things that I like to do a lot is, you know, I'll find something that I really like playing, like a riff or something, and I'll just record it and keep it. And, you know, I won't have something for it right now, but I know eventually I will turn it into something, and it's just thousands of those little tiny video clips.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
I mean, guess you guys got hundreds of like an archive of all your own material sitting on your phone.
Dude, my Dropbox has like, there's just an insane amount of guitar riffs. It's ridiculous, you know?
Yeah, it's it's definitely a lot, but having all of those things, it's so good for your like creativity, and you know, going back and looking at those things where maybe you recorded it and you were like kind of on the fence about it, but now you go back in it and you're like, oh wait, I can do this, or maybe you learn something different on guitar. Oh, now I can put that there, you know?
Yeah, you approach it, you know, coming to a new light.
Yeah. Definitely, it helps a lot to write something, put it down for a little while, think about it, come back to it. Yeah, it's a good process, I think.
It makes you appreciate your favorite artists, you know, like, and just how much work you're putting in for your own music. You can only imagine, like, all the work they put in, and the reason they got that far. Like, all the songs that are unreleased.
It's incredible, yeah.
You know? So let's go back a little bit more, you know, to your own, like, history and stuff. When did you realize that being a performer was who you are, and what was the first song that made you want to play, like, rock music?
Yeah. I think that, like, Stevie Ray Vaughan was a really big influence for me.
I did definitely see that.
And just, you know, he is so, like, connected to his instrument when he's playing. It's incredible to watch. Definitely, like, when I started playing music, which I started playing guitar maybe 8 years ago or so, I had a heavy, like, blues influence of playing just, like, Stevie and Hendrix, and, yeah, it was, that definitely made me, want to, you know, perform and, like, feel that way up on stage just like those guys, so.
Oh yeah. We all have those dreams, you know, we all have those ambitions, like, you know, that's why we do this.
Yeah.
I think Kurt Cobain wrote in his journals, like, he was like, he always envisioned Nirvana, that he wanted them to be, like, famous, like, he would, like, draw, like, them, like, on stage, I guess. What about you, Peri? Like, you know, what was your, like, that, oh, I want to do this, you know? Like,
I think it wasn't really, I mean, there's a moment where I got into liking the kind of music that we play or something similar, but I think like being like a performer and playing in a band has been a really gradual process over my life, because I started, I mean, music's been a part of my life since I was like 5. I played violin, like classical stuff, for 10, 11 years.
Damn, dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was hardcore though. It was tough. We did a lot of plays. Like, I did Chicago Symphony Orchestra one year when I was like
Damn.
14. Like, it was nuts, man. It was fun. But I don't know, like something, like I liked it, don't get me wrong, but something, I just like lost interest in it. And like also, I don't know, like yeah, I kind of wish I stuck with it too because it's sick. But I kind of shelved music altogether for like almost 4 years when I was in high school. Like I kind of quit playing. I don't know why, but I picked it up again with guitar when I was like 18. And
You just picked it up one day?
yeah, like I went to a pawn shop with my dad,
Okay.
and got like a $30 guitar, and I just kind of started trying to shred on it, and I sucked for like a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
It's
mean,
like that sometimes.
and I just remember like the moment like where I knew that I liked this type of music we played too, like this like pop punk, like loud, fast.
And I heard you guys live, like you guys sound fucking good live.
Thank
know,
you,
like,
dude.
That's
like,
awesome.
I want to ask you guys something. Is there any advice you want to give to the folks listening who might be struggling with the dynamics of being in a band or just like finding their way as a musician in general?
Sure, yeah.
Because it's a lot of sacrifice and not many people. Like I've personally been on the verge of selling all my stuff like 3 or 4 times. So. I mean, what's your advice?
Yeah. I would say, finding a group of guys that you get along with is such a big key because, if you can't get along with these guys, how are you guys going to make music together?
Exactly.
That's so
Exactly.
hard. And I know it's much easier said than done, like finding a group of guys that you can really kind of vibe with and mesh with and make good music with, but it's so important. And then, yeah, just having like similar music tastes or, like kind of like us where we all kind of have similar music tastes, but we also drift away from each other like drastically. So,
What about you, Peri?
So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to double down with Jayden too on that. Definitely like if you're trying to like be in a band or start a band, definitely find a group of guys that you can get along with. I think we got lucky. I mean, like relationship, whether it's your band or with anybody in life, like is like perfect, but we get along really well. And we're able to just make good music and just we're all really good friends, so that's important. I think also when it comes to like writing or making your own music, don't try to don't try to be something, or don't like have like a target, like I want to be just like that guy. Like it's good to like take influence from people and other bands, but like make something, like make it your own, like put your own spin on it.
Yeah.
Be unique, at least as much as anybody can be. That's my main advice I have for that.
Do you guys get to go out any of the local bands or any of your other friends or in like any bands? Is
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
there any bands you want to like talk about, like that personally or shout out?
Let's see.
Monaco's doing pretty good.
Yeah, Monaco's the shit, dude. They're named after a town in Wisconsin. I think it's easy to tell by the name, like Monaco. Sounds very like Midwestern.
Sounds real Wisconsin.
But they're awesome. I don't even know what to like classify them as.
It's like I would say it's like an indie psychedelic rock, which
Yeah.
is something that I would never listen to. But since I started like watching them play and stuff, I'm like, I like it. It's good. It's really good.
They're awesome. We played a ton of shows with them. The Braymores are cool too. They're kind of similar vibe, more like pop indie kind of stuff, like folk. I don't know how to classify. I'm bad at classifying music. I just like good music.
I hear you,
but they're solid.
I try to refrain from listening to bands that I'm gonna play with. I want to be pleasantly surprised at the show. So
Sure.
I was like, I just want to hear what they're about, and like best way to do that is in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
What do you guys have in store going forward as far as like music and the composition? Are you going to explore these genres? Like I know you said pop punk, but like do you guys plan on going anywhere else?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's I would say our music's gonna change a little bit. Hoping to get like maybe a little bit heavier, which would be fun. Yeah, we have so much stuff. Like
It's
stocked up
kind of
right now.
insane. Like
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
it's a little overwhelming, but
for sure.
yeah, I mean we have an album coming out that we've been recording. It's 9
Yeah.
songs, and we also
What's the name of the album?
Dead Ends. That's the
Dead Ends.
It's a
title.
good title, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be something else, man. It's gonna be awesome.
What's in store? Give me a little bit of like, you know, like a little sample, you know, like let's say like the first album's done. So like what would I expect from the second one?
Yeah. It's gonna be versatile, I think. I would say a lot of my writing recently has been heavily influenced by like cellular scores. So quick, heavy, fun shit that everybody loves. You know?
Yeah. Are we
but-
staying in standard, or are we going like some alternate tunings?
No,
Oh,
they're not for
full
me.
sonic
They're
unit.
not for me.
Oh my God.
Perry loves his tunings, man. Yeah, I like drop C a lot, so you can get some of that. Yeah, Perry loves his crazy, weird tunings.
Yeah, we're. I mean, shit. It's like a lot of pop punk stuff too, but it's just getting like weird with the playing style and like there's some like tappy slide.
Okay,
kinda
so you
stuff.
kind of how like that.
Yeah.
Like American football vibes, but like distortion, fast,
Like
lots
American,
of double
like
kicks.
American football
Okay.
with breakdowns, you know.
Yeah,
Okay, so okay, I can see that. You know,
Yeah.
like a little heavier, you say, and like a drop B, or maybe like you say, like drop C.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. So you got a little bit of like that hardcore element. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like turnstile, like ish vibes.
Any
Yeah.
DJs or anything, or you guys gonna have some like
It's
EDM
to be
drops?
determined. It's to be determined. you
Okay,
know.
I
We
hear
haven't
you.
gotten that far yet.
I hear you. I hear you. Hey, what about some acoustic work? Are we gonna hear like some acoustic
Oh
work?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I've
a
got-
couple.
I've got 2, I think.
I've
He's
got 2 as well.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's been great to have you guys. You know, like again, let's try to have a look out for Elston Ave and their new album called Dead Ends.